How's it going, everyone? Xanderosh here, and guess what, guys? We're gonna be talking about good old Tokusatsu today. See, I promised y'all I wouldn't be abandoning it, didn't I? But today's gonna be a little bit controversial. Longtime fans of the channel might remember that a few summers ago, I did a video on Kamen Rider suits that I loved but everybody else hated. Today, we're doing the reverse of that, but with all of Toku included. So join me as we look at the Toku suits that you like that I think look fucking nasty. Let's start off with the loaded one in Geats Mark 9. I've gotten a lot of shit for my opinions on this one, and I guess I respect that y'all like it, but nah, actually fuck that. No, I don't. It's fucking ugly as shit. Bro, the middle of the suit being empty with just black space where the belt is, it just looks so awkward and incomplete, dude, almost like it's naked in the middle. And the eyes and torso really get rid of the glossy appeal of Geats. It's like if you were to hit Geats with an axe and some of its plates were to shatter off, and then you're left looking at these unpolished, dusty ass mechanical parts underneath that completely throw off the color scheme. And then the nine-tail flaps sound like a cool concept, but they're just so droopy in action. Next up, we have Gao Blue. I'm not a big fan of Gao Ranger's designs in general. I don't like the stripe sash's contribution to the color scheme, and the symbols are kind of lame, but Gao Blue's helmet is what makes him especially bad. I realize that black dot eyes are what actual sharks have, but it looks so non-threatening here. And the visor should have been triangularly divided up or something, because the little baby shark teeth surrounding it when it's already so slim makes it look like it's just a burping face. Next up, we have something that I think the Toku community is really warmed up to, but I just simply haven't in the level 1 Xaid suits. I get that they're supposed to look pre-evolved from the level 2 suits, and I get it, like the video game motif with Big Mario, Little Mario, yeah, but I hate the stumpy look of these guys. Like, I don't know, it just feels like wasted slots. They could have just made them look more incomplete than level 2 and it would have worked out great. Next, we have the recent Ultraman Omega. Ultra designs tend to all be great in the same way. The consistency of these designs made me for a while not think any of them were too bad, but this Omega guy kind of ruined it low-key. They inversed the typical Ultra colors to make it a red base with silver outlinings instead of vice versa, and it just looks wrong, like so much for your good Ultra fight scenes if the suit is gonna be ugly. Next up, we have Goggle 5. Those white semicircles on the chest take up just way too much space, and they look like baby bits or something. But hey, they probably need them to wipe those rusty helmets clean. I hate the metal they use to outline the visor. I get that there's a bit of an ancient motif going on here, but even if they used real stone with hieroglyphics on it, it would have looked better because this is the type of old metal that literally collects shit. Like moss, dust, whatever, the shit's dirty and it makes them look dirty. Then we have Den-O's climax form. I can't stand it when people say that this is the final form of Den-O. Like, not only is Liner my favorite final form design ever, but this shit just looks disgusting. I hate the eyes that look like they're throbbing yellow, and the other Imogen's faceplates really do look slapped on. Everything just looks out of place on this design. And then there's my least favorite Toku designs out there, those bitch-ass Kikinoids. I actually hate everything that they stand for. I'm pro experimentation, but there are times when it just goes too damn far. Like, I watch Sentai where its primary appeal and identity, which is a team of heroes that look like rangers, not whatever the fuck these guys are. Like, yeah, I love mechas, but I want them to be separate from the rangers. And even as mecha designs, bro, these guys are dog water. Juron and Gaon's helmets are sorta cool, but it's completely ruined by the box animal head chest. They look like some pedophile animals trying to sniff out somebody to touch. Like, the way their teeth are showing says it all. Is that supposed to be a smile, bro? It looks mischievous as fuck. Then there's Vroon. Nothing looks cool about him with his clanky ass parts. And then Majin is by far the worst of them all. It's like if you combined Maji King with one of them New York street mascots that tries to scam you, bro. Its face looks derpy as shit, and what the fuck is that padding underneath the parts? All of which look poorly glued on, by the way. Like, bro, Majin is such a terrible suit. Man, I really just don't get people's love for any of these suits, but in all fairness, pretty much anybody can echo that exact sentiment for a suit that they hate that I and a lot of other people like. You know, I often wonder how much my own hot takes echo that of other people. Well, maybe there's a way we can test that. If I can use this platform to proudly tout my negative opinions, I think it's only fair that other people get to do so too. So let's see how much I agree or disagree with the people.
I really cannot stand the Power Rangers Cosmic Career suits. They were supposed to replace the Q Ranger suits because supposedly it'd be easier to make toys. Except, surprise, the toys never actually got made. Visually, they're just boring. It's like Casper took MMPR grain and Dino Fury, threw them in a blender and hit blend one too many times. And those foam muscles, they look like someone ran out of ideas for the torso and just slapped some random padding. The suits for that matter do not even feel space themed, and it looks like they just tried to stick to the dinosaur aesthetic for a safety blanket. Honestly, it just looks like Hasbro has no clue on what Sentai or Tokusatsu suits for that matter are supposed to look like, and they tried to make something that screams Shazam cosplay instead. The whole thing feels like it was AI generated during a coffee break.
Okay, we're off to a great start here. I agree with every word that Jay spoke verbatim. Cosmic Fury's suits are disgraceful. Zero, and I mean zero, passion went behind them, and it's so damn obvious. Yeah, where the fuck is the space theming here? They really should have just adapted Q Ranger and called it a day.
Hey everyone, my name is Ryu Dragon Kaiser. Some of you may have knew me off of Twitter, and today I will be talking about the helmet design of Kamen Diend. First of all, it feels too blocky and lacks the sleekness of other rider helmets that I usually like. The rectangular faceplate and barcode lines just makes me feel uneasy, to be honest, and it looks more mechanical than heroic, which doesn't really fit the vibe of the Kamen Rider designs that I personally like. Most of all, the blue and the black scheme is very nice, but overall the shape just feels flat and just uninspired compared to other riders, you know. Overall, the helmet just doesn't have the strong and iconic presence of the rest of the series designs, and I just feel like maybe if it was like inverse, like green eyes and like similar helmet like Decade, it'll be way better in my opinion. So yeah, that's how I feel. Bye.
I don't know if I echo Kaiser on the suit being bad, but I agree that a helmet more similar to Decade probably would make it look a little less awkward, and also that the color scheme is low-key the best part.
How's it going, everybody? I'm zenkaiger, and one tokusatsu I absolutely cannot stand to look at is Kamen Rider Grease's base form. To start off, I hate the translucent brown they use for the upper part of the body. It's just a very ugly shade of a color, along with the plaid pattern on the helmet being such a weird design choice. And despite most of the suit being gold, which is one of my favorite colors, it still falls flat due to clashing so hard with the brown on the helmet and chest, as well as being made of a flimsy, plasticky looking material. And that's not even mentioning the rest of the suit design. Having the giant pauldrons, weird golden parts on the hands, the belt not really matching the actual suit, all wraps up Grease as having one of the most nauseating suits in the franchise. And that unfortunately doesn't improve with Blizzard despite having a more coherent color scheme, or Perfect Kingdom despite trying to differentiate.
Yikes, that's a hard disagree there, Tenkai. I really like Grease's translucent look, which is funny because the brown on paper sounds terrible. But hey, at least we can both agree that Kazumi the character sucks. Otoyo's better, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't know, for me, in terms of Sentai, cause I never really hated any suits. Like, we all have suits that are like, like Battle Fever J's, Sky Riders, Kamen Rider ZX's. But some I feel like really missed the mark in recent years, like Rainbow Gotchard and like Valvarad Kuragane. For me, Rainbow Gotchard, it's mostly the eyes for me. Like, they just look so out of place, Especially since Platinum Gotchard, for example, it was top 3 best Rainbow final form for me. And with Valvarad, it's just, for me, I feel his first form before he became a true rider was his best for me. But this last form is just the whole metallic, gray and blackish design with the purple eye thingy. It's just too much, Just looks too out of, for Gotchard, it's kind of colorful and stuff. It just looks too out of place for me. But for what it is, it's not the worst in the world, but it could have been so much better.
Yeah, so Rainbow Gotchard is a suit that I'm very, very neutral on. The main thing that bothers me is its rainbows not having any green, but the rest of it is conceptually alright. Though yeah, Platinum Gotchard looks way better. And for Valvarad, you actually might not be alone on that one.
What's up, guys? It's Kwam, and it looks like anyone has invited me on to talk about my least favorite Kamen Rider suit. And, well, I don't know if this one is exactly controversial, but my personal least favorite is Kamen Rider Valvarad from Kamen Rider Gotchard. Now, look, I don't know if this suit particularly has any fans, but in my opinion, it is definitely a downgrade from base Valvarad. For one, I think they're trying to mix too many motifs into one. With the wrench, with the Oni, with the race car design, on top of already kind of using the Gotchard base with the orange, it becomes too much in the eyes, and it really doesn't look like a base Kamen Rider suit. It looks like more like a monstrous, a terrible, ugly looking thing, man. I think the colors actually are pretty okay. I kind of like that kind of this dark magenta, and even though I'm not crazy on the white gloves, I think it does kind of fit his darker colors as well. But I think the biggest sin here is the helmet. I think I kind of like the kind of heterochromia thing he has going on with the eyes. And I kind of like the asymmetry he has with the actual eyes. But I just think the way everything just flows together doesn't look good, especially with the orange on the chin. And you can still tell that he has a little bit of the original Valvarad design in there. And it just doesn't look very good. I definitely do prefer the original Valvarad, just regular Valvarad, over the Kamen Rider version. But I can at least say that I do like the Kuragane final form version of Valvarad. I think that one does look significantly better. But yeah, that's my thought. I don't know, this is a controversial take, but just in general, I think Kamen Rider Valvarad is an ugly ass suit. But thank you for having me on the video, and on to the next person.
Now listen, me and Quam do not fuck with Kamen Rider Gotchard at all, and I know Dr. Ball does, but at least for me, you'd expect there to be some bias against Valvarad, but honestly, I just don't hate the suit. Whether it's the original Valvarad or Kamen Rider Valvarad, it looks very busy and I get why someone would hate it. It's not a suit that I particularly like. It doesn't embrace any of its motifs that badly, and the magenta is neat, but definitely not a set of suits I'm in love with.
When it comes to the media I consume, I can't help but enjoy a lot of it, and that carries heavily with Tokusatsu and the suits. But when it comes to my least favorite, I can think of one that I would consider my least favorite, and that is Kamen Rider Live's Bat Geno. Now the overall design is pretty okay, but the front skirt that he has looks pretty awkward, and I feel without it the suit would be a lot better. And then secondly, the major problem, the color choices. The yellow and the white of the entire suit just looks really bad, and it irks me. It reminds me of like hard-boiled eggs, and I think that's just kind of gross. And then the contrasting undersuit with its green just doesn't work at all with the rest of the colors. And I know it's supposed to like connect Kamen Rider Lives and Evil suit together, but it just doesn't work. So yeah, that's why I would consider Kamen Rider Live's Bat Genome my least favorite toku suit. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, Live was rough. Kagero's suit was so much better than what they gave Daiji. And Leon's egg analogy makes me hate it even more.
Yo, what's going on? Hey, so I'm gonna just go ahead and just see this out the way. One suit that I actually dislike the most is actually Hibiki's suit. Like, bro, you cannot tell me that bro's suit is actually dude. Like, bro, the color pattern, it's not it. I'm telling you, it is not it. And the silver patterning, like on the chest plates and everything, like the ankle bracelets and everything, it's not it. I'm sorry. It's not it. The little horns on it too, it's wrong. It's definitely wrong. I mean, in terms of like the layout and everything, I like it, but the final product, nah. Like the wrists and the ankle bracelets, are those supposed to be teeth? Like, ew. Like, those are disgusting. I do not like those at all.
Yeah, I really just didn't like how unorthodox Hibiki looked. The Oni design quirks were just not great most of the time. Though it wins back a couple of points because I really like purple. But yeah, definitely the worst Heisei main rider.
Yo, what's up everybody? I'm Kay, and I'll be sharing my least favorite Kamen Rider designs. Those being Beast Hyper and Meteor Storm from Kamen Rider Wizard and Kamen Rider Forza. Both suits share the same ugly ass color scheme, but it makes no sense for Beast Hyper's motif. Meteor Storm is obviously based off of a Meteor Storm, so I can excuse the yellow and blue color scheme. Beast Hyper is a combination of Beast and his Phantom Chimera. Chimera is majority black with his mantles becoming his wings and tail. The color comes straight out of nowhere and it makes the suit look absolutely ugly.
Yeah, I can't agree with either of those. I like how Beast Hyper's color scheme makes him look like a pharaoh, and Meteor Storm looks like some sort of Super Saiyan meteor. I'll give you this though, both the base suits are better than these. Dang, it was pretty interesting listening to everyone's opinions. But it doesn't end here, it continues with you in the comment section. Feel free to drop your own least favorite toku suits in the comments below and I'll let you know my thoughts. And with all of that being said, I'm Xander Roche and I'll catch you guys in the next one.